Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News, coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmane Sonyase. First, here are the main news headlines. President Adama Barrow delivered the much-anticipated and constitutionally mandated 2025 State of the Nation address before the National Assembly. Following their completion of the Hajj in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the fourth flight with over 300 Gambian pilgrims arrived in the Gambia early on Thursday morning. And in a landmark move to strengthen international cooperation, the Republic of the Gambia and the Caribbean nation of Grenada have formally established diplomatic relations via their respective high commissions in London. The Driving Schools Association of the Gambia has officially been launched in an initiative aimed at transforming road safety and driver education in the Gambia. And in international news, the World Health Organization has reaffirmed that the global mpox outbreak continues to pose a public health threat, with some of Gambia's West African neighbors affected. Stay tuned as we bring more these and other stories. And now here is the news in detail. Now, in a significant national event on Thursday, President Adama Barrow delivered the much-anticipated and constitutionally mandated 2025 State of the Nation address before the National Assembly. Usman Jatta reports.
It was a colorful and historic ceremony at the National Assembly as President Adama Barrow took center stage to deliver his 2025 State of the Nation address. The Assembly chambers were packed to capacity with members of the legal community, senior government officials, development partners, and members of the public who gathered eagerly to hear the President's message. Speaker Fabakary Tombong Jatta officially opened the session. In his address, President Barrow reflected on his government's achievements, ongoing challenges, and the future strategies. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to protecting Gambian citizens at home and abroad. The President also shared a positive economic outlook, highlighting a decline in the national debt-to-GDP ratio from 75.7% in 2023 to 71.8% in 2024.
The economic outlook for 2025 and beyond shows even better prospects, with a projected growth rate of 5.9% in 2025 and inflation falling to 9.6% by end 2025 from 17.3% in 2023. Honourable members, while economic growth has remained steady, inflation and the rising cost of living continue to impact household incomes. In response, the government has implemented a salary review for civil servants and social protection programs to alleviate the suffering of low-income earners.
He transitioned from economic diplomacy to key domestic sectors, including infrastructure development, the fight against drug abuse, nationwide electricity access by 2025, and advancements in agriculture.
We have made significant progress in both urban and rural road development. In 2024, we completed Phase 1 and Phase 2 of 22-kilometer OIC highway and launched Phase 3 to provide additional support towards universal electricity access. My administration introduced a subsidy program and reduced the cost of electricity meter from $8,500 to $500.
Honorable Bileji Tunkara, Majority Leader and Namfa Kantora, along with GMC Party Leader Mai Ahmed Fati, both expressed support for the President's message.
We will stand resolute to stand by His Excellency with the campaign slogan, His Excellency President Barrow for continuity.
And I do know that there are challenges. I know that people are complaining about corruption. People are talking about the rise in prices. All these are concerns. But the President has shown a commitment to move beyond this.
However, not all members of the Assembly were in agreement. Honorable Bakari Baji of Fonyi Bintang and Honorable Fatu Cham of Sani Mentoring voiced concerns and criticisms over aspects of the President's remarks.
The President told us that inflation is reducing, they were able to tackle inflation. But in reality, they are unable to tackle inflation. Because once inflation is tackled,
then we realize that the price of food commodities go down.
Expectation out of this speech is for the president to tell us currently what he did for the last 6 months to date, but not what he did for the last 2 years or 3 years or 5 years ago.
The solemn sitting was adjourned by Speaker Fabakary Tombong Jatta to Monday, June 23rd, when NAMS will begin formal debates on the address. Osman Jatta, reporting for QTV News.
Now, following the completion of the Hajj in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the fourth flight with over 300 Gambian pilgrims arrived in the Gambia on Thursday morning. Here is our Bob for more on that.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
These pilgrims have now joyfully reunited with their loved ones in the Gambia. Their return follows a month-long stay in Saudi Arabia, during which they visited historical sites in Mecca and Medina and successfully completed the 5 days of Hajj in Mecca. Alhaji Baiseni Seka is a member of the National Hajj Commission of the Gambia.
This year we have a real successful Hajj because out of 2,000, every pilgrims went to Mina and Arafah, perform Hajj, went to Jamra, and do all the pillars. I think that is what they pay for and that is what they want. And Alhamdulillah, the Almighty Allah help us. Everybody did. Even the two we lost, they have already Hajj. They have already did their Hajj before God the Almighty.
This year, 15 registered Hajj operators facilitated the journey of Gambian pilgrims to Mecca. The latest arrivals include pilgrims from Tuawan Travel and Tours, Travel Express and Banjo Travel Agency. Yaya Njai, a pilgrim, travel with Banjo Travel Agency.
This year, actually, I will start saying Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Everything went nice and smooth because what was the important thing, we went and fulfill it, is to go and do the Hajj. And we went, Alhamdulillah, though we faced a little bit difficulties and complication, but the most important thing, we were able to fulfill the Hajj peacefully and Alhamdulillah.
Pilgrim Ajiramatulai Jaju Cham successfully performed this year's Hajj with Tiwawan Travel and Tours.
Tiwawan Travel Tours, Hajj 25, it was very, very successful. We were very, very happy. Everything went well. We went to Mina, Muzdalifa, Jamra and everything. Everything was okay. In the hotel, we were all as one family.
Ajam Mariam Aduletsi is the managing director of Tiwawan Travel and Tours.
The most important thing in Hajj is you complete the rituals. We were able to complete all our rituals. We had challenges. We had a lot of challenges, Alhamdulillah. And we definitely want our government to address these challenges, inshallah Rabbi. We were able to contain our Hajjis, our Alhajis. They gave us as much respect as possible. They motivated us, mashallah. As a company, because we are service-oriented, we were able to contain all our pilgrims and get them to be satisfied with whatever we are doing for them, mashallah, tabarakallah.
As the 2025 Hajj season comes to a close in Makkah, preparations for the 2026 Hajj season are already underway in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. More Gambian pilgrims are expected to perform the pilgrimage in the coming year.
Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'irillah.
For QTV News, I am Our Bob.
Now, in a landmark move to strengthen international cooperation, the Republic of the Gambia and the Caribbean nation of Grenada have formally established diplomatic relations. The agreement was signed on Wednesday, 18th June 2025 at the Gambian High Commission in London, marking a significant milestone in fostering solidarity, mutual respect and shared development goals between the two countries. Loliam Kamara has more.
Representing the government of the Gambia was High Excellency Dr. Fatou Bonben Souda, Gambia's High Commissioner, while High Excellency Miss Rachel Crony, Grenada's High Commissioner, signed on behalf of the government of Grenada. As small states navigating a rapidly evolving global landscape, shared values of unity, resilience unite both the Gambia and Grenada, and a strong commitment to sustainable development and inclusive growth. The new diplomatic accord aims to pave the way for enhanced collaboration across key sectors, including education, climate change, tourism, agriculture, and trade. According to the official statement, the partnership is envisioned to promote not only policy dialogue, but also people-to-people engagement and the exchange of best practice, leveraging the unique strengths and aspirations of both nations. His Excellency President Adama Barrow of the Gambia and Prime Minister of Grenada, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, have both expressed eagerness and a strong desire to work closely in the years ahead. They reaffirmed their commitment to advancing common objectives on global platforms in the pursuit of peace, prosperity, and the well-being of their respective citizens. In addition to this, both countries are Commonwealth countries, with Grenada gaining its independence from Great Britain in 1974, 9 years after Gambia gained hers, and 4 years after Gambia became a republic. Grenada has a population of just over 117,000. The Gambia maintains a diplomatic presence in Grenada, primarily through its embassy located in the capital city, St. George. The establishment of diplomatic relations is expected to usher in a new era of meaningful cooperation and friendship between the two nations. For QTV News, Loli M. Kamara.
The report there by Loli M. Kamara will lead us to the commercial break, but when we return, we hear about the launch of the Driving Schools Association of the Gambia. Join us after the break for this and other stories.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taaw place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal li fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taamu gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy wërga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Premium basalt, now back in stock. In an effort to support the rapid infrastructural development of the Gambia, GATCH is proud to announce that our premium quality basalt is now available at our depot in Saro, near Denton Bridge. Our basalt has been rigorously tested by both national and private laboratories in the Gambia and Cape Verde, ensuring top-tier quality for road constructions, concrete, and buildings. Sourced directly from our partner's own quarry in Cape Verde, we guarantee a steady and timely supply thanks to the short shipping distance. We have 03, 38, and 816 basalt in stock to meet all your project needs. Every order is weighed so you receive exactly what you paid for. No guesswork, just precision. Visit us, GATCH Depot Saro near Denton Bridge, or call us at 457-4048 or 533-2009.
Welcome back. Following the commercial break, be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Kairaba Avenue with me and Swana Eswa Nyasi. Now, on Wednesday, the Driving Schools Association of the Gambia was officially launched in an initiative which aims to transform road safety and driver education in the Gambia. Mamna Bukar reports.
In the Gambia, there occur over 1,000 road accidents annually, causing over 100 deaths and numerous casualties, the outcome of which severely fractures families, burdens the nation's healthcare system, and stifles economic growth. In 2018, the World Health Organization had Gambia ranked 4th in the world for road traffic accidents. Many of these accidents are because of the thousands of untrained and unqualified drivers holding driving license. It is not uncommon to hear someone say they didn't take a test before being issued a driving license. This initiative to launch the Driving School Association of the Gambia aims to unify and empower Gambia driving schools under one umbrella to ensure the existence of standardized education, ethical practices, and strategic partnerships that will foster a culture of road safety, compliance and excellence, essentially leading to the protection of all road users and the advancement of national development. Here is Lamin Kinkoli, the Commissioner of the Mobile Traffic Unit, and Modu Lamin Baji, the President of DSAG.
I will also point fingers to driving schools. They are the one training drivers, and they certificate them. Whether they know it, they can do it well or not, we don't know. We only rely on the certificates and issue them driving license.
DSAG pledged to reduce road accident by 50% within 5 years. The ambition is achievable through rigorous training, modernized curricula, nationwide advocacy, and your partnership.
Talib Ahmed Bensouda, the mayor of Kanifing Municipality, and Omar Sise, the president of the Gambia Transport Union, addressed some of the challenges that threaten road safety.
A lot of the accidents are caused by the brake distance. An old vehicle cannot brake quickly, especially when they take up speed. It becomes a moving weapon. And it's all about the quality of vehicles that are imported into this country. So I think a policy needs to be created, Bala, where it's both for the drivers and the passengers' safety, and of course the pedestrians and the general public.
Our current laws didn't capture some of these issues. But I want to inform this gathering, currently we are reviewing the new transport bill. All these things are being included. It's going to be a mandatory before community traffic pass through driving schools.
Aissatou Dié Sawane, speaking at the event as a guest, welcomed the formation of the association and explained that ensuring road safety goes beyond following the rule of law.
Our attitudes, respect for the law, respect for individual, and of course have empathy. In a split of a second, a whole group of people will be perished just because of one single slight incident that could have been avoided.
The DSAG will establish regional committees for a decentralized approach that will ensure that driving schools nationwide, whether in urban centers or rural villages, receive the resources, training and support needed to uphold the highest safety standards. Citizens, government, NGOs and international organizations' support are welcomed and encouraged to foster collaborative solutions and ensure a consistent reduction of accidents. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
Now, people from 32 villages in Nyanija constituency organized a huge gathering to send a message of appreciation to President Adama Barrow and his government for their continual support to the district. Our regional correspondent Don Williams attended, and his report is narrated by Loliam Kamara.
Chameng is a village located in the Nyanija district, which is in the Central River region, Sierra of the Gambia. It is the capital village of Nyanija, situated on the western edge of the district, and it is therefore referred to as Chameng. Nyanija village is now gradually developing to a town with the necessary social community amenities. This was all made possible, according to the natives of the area, through the support of President Adama Barrow and his government. The representatives from 32 villages of the people of Nyanija, irrespective of party affiliation, marched from the residence of the Deputy Speaker and converged at the center of Chameng in a reconciliatory atmosphere and high spirit of ebullience. The meeting started with prayer led by the Imam of Chameng, followed by a brief statement by the Alcalo. Honorable Amadou Kamara, NRP National Assembly member for Nyanija constituency, said the purpose of the meeting was peaceful.
Here today is a peaceful gathering. It is purposely meant for us to dialogue with our people, discuss and celebrate the achievements and the development His Excellency President Barrow have registered for the people of Nyanija.
Next to take to the podium was Omar Cham, a prominent native of Chameng, who spoke about the law and consequences for disobeying the law.
Tell truth that laws exist to safeguard rights, ensure fairness and promote harmony among people. But when they are violated, be it through corruption, theft, violence, or any form of unlawful behavior.
The chief of Nyanija reminded the people that Nyanija is united and that they should prepare for the coming election.
We are about to get into elections next year. Our sole purpose is to vote for President Barrow due to developments registered by his government in Nyanija constituency. We have had unprecedented development under President Barrow's government.
The climax of the meeting was the excitement as Sidinjai, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, was about to address the gathering. And in a briefing to the press after the meeting, he highlighted some of the support given to Chaming and Nyanija, for which the people were expressing their gratitude.
He's building our health facility, and as well as he has also ushered out unprecedented development. He has also generously, every 3 months, has cast in money to the people of Nyanija and Chaming. Of course, last year we experienced a very bad rainy season. There was a bad harvest, and because of that, the president, through the disaster management, the WFP, and of course the government of the Gambia, has been paying cash to people every 3 months in one installment of $15,000 each.
Other speakers were Idrissa Sise, chairman of Puntauru Area Council, Jenaba Emba, Lady Councilor, Jibi Cham, Alcalo of Chaming, Abdullah Gano, youth coordinator, MPP, and a few others who all shared similar sentiments about the support and developments in their district. For QTV News, Slowly M. Kamara.
Sustainable Gastronomy Day, SGD, is celebrated on the 18th of June every year to promote food security, nutrition, biodiversity, and sustainable agriculture. This year, stakeholders renewed calls for global collaboration to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Aissatou Barry has more.
Sustainable gastronomy refers to food practices that are environmentally friendly, socially responsible, and economically viable. It focuses on where ingredients come from, how they are grown, how they are transported, and ultimately, how they are consumed, with minimal harm to the planet and public health. In essence, sustainable gastronomy means making food choices that are local, seasonal, resource efficient, and culturally respectful. Sustainable gastronomy is about much more than food. It reflects the culture, heritage, traditions, and sense of community of different people. It is a way of promoting understanding among different cultures and of bringing people and traditions closer together. In the Gambia and beyond, farmers, chefs, and food lovers are embracing eco-friendly practices. From farm-to-table movements and organic farming to reducing food waste and promoting indigenous ingredients. From our kitchens to our farmlands, food connects us all. Sustainable gastronomy is a celebration of food that cares for our health, our land, and our identity as a society. On this day, we are reminded that what we choose to eat can either nourish or harm us and our planet. Aissatou Barry, QTV News.
Time now for international news in a moment. Now, the World Health Organization has reaffirmed that the global mpox outbreak continues to pose a public health threat, with some of Gambia's West African neighbors affected. The increase in cases has prompted renewed calls for vigilance and enhanced surveillance measures. Our Bob has more.
The World Health Organization has reaffirmed that the ongoing mpox outbreak remains a global public health emergency. World Health Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus announced the decision during an international health regulations meeting, noting that the current resurgence still meets the criteria for international concern. Updated guidance is being developed to support affected countries in managing the outbreak. In Ghana, health officials are urging the public to seek medical care if they experience symptoms such as fever, rash, swollen lymph nodes, or muscle pain. By the 16th of June 2025, Sierra Leone had confirmed 25 deaths and more than 4,085 confirmed mpox infections over the past month, accounting for more than half of all new infections for Africa. In Ghana, health authorities have confirmed 91 cases in total, according to an analysis of 76 viral genomes posted on the discussion forum Virological Organization on the 28th May. The outbreak began in November. The work also suggests that there have been at least 4 times more infections than officials have reported. According to Edith Parker, a genomic epidemiologist at the Institute of Genomics and Global Health in Ide, Nigeria, who is a co-author. Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, was first identified in 1958 and was historically limited to Central and West Africa through animal contact. However, in 2022, the virus was confirmed to spread via sexual contact, sparking outbreaks in over 70 previously unaffected countries. The Democratic Republic of Congo has been the most severely affected, with nearly 43,000 suspected cases and over 1,000 deaths this year. In Sierra Leone, the outbreak revives painful memories of the 2014 Ebola crisis, which killed nearly 4,000 people and severely weakened the country's healthcare system. For QTV News, I am Bob.
And I'm afraid this is where we draw the curtains on this bulletin. But before we take a leave of you, here's a recap of our main headlines. President Adama Barrow delivered the much-anticipated and constitutionally mandated 2025 State of the Nation address before the National Assembly. Following their completion of the Hajj in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the 4th flight with over 300 Gambian pilgrims arrived in the Gambia early on Thursday morning. And in a landmark move to strengthen international cooperation, the Republic of the Gambia and the Caribbean nation of Grenada have formally established diplomatic relations via their respective high commissions in London. The Driving Schools Association of the Gambia has officially been launched in an initiative aimed at transforming road safety and driver education in the Gambia. And in international news, the World Health Organization has reaffirmed that the global mpox outbreak continues to pose a public health threat, with some of Gambia's West African neighbors affected. That's it for this bulletin. Do join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, thanks for watching.